Yeah, right about now, sitting next to a very special guest. We've got Amy G in the building.
Hey guys. Woo woo. Can you just put like loads of applause there in the back on the audio?
We don't even. We don't
I reckon you should do that. You should go.
Yeah, we'll click.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. That was good. Do that again.
Can you introduce yourself and let the people know about you? I'm putting you on the spot because I've seen you. I know you got bare confidence, so I act like you're nervous and that.
It's the accent, to be fair.
You got confidence. So can you introduce yourself? Let the people know what Amy G is about.
Hi guys. So my name's Amy G. I'm 23. I'm a singer-songwriter from Wolverhampton.
Jeez,
get me. No, it's hard to say. It's hard to where to start from because for many years I was just a professional singer on paper.
Yeah.
So I was doing well doing that. But when you are a songwriter and you don't feel that creativity, you feel like something's missing. So you work on the cruise ships and you're doing all that. And that is great for people that don't songwrite. But when you want to be an artist, you have to let one go. So my New Year's resolution was literally 2019 is to only be an artist. So I feel like personally I'm only just starting. Like this EP is only my first ever EP.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have seen me sing for so many years and think, oh, she's been doing music for time. But I've been a singer for time.
Yeah.
But
so
being an artist is a completely different ballgame.
So you was a professional singer?
Yeah. Since I was 18.
Since you was 18?
Yeah, like earning good money just through doing music. So I had a job at McDonald's when I was 16. Shout out to people that can graft at McDonald's because it's a difficult job, man, yeah. Fries is... If you don't get the fries right at McDonald's, you ruin everyone's meal.
For real, man. No, the fries are serious?
I don't know.
The fries are serious?
Too much salt, not enough salt, to speak.
Yeah, it is. It is big.
Nah, but it learns you to graft. And I think...
Pro McDonald's, you know.
I'm pro fries.
What age did you work at McDonald's? You've never worked at McDonald's? It's not. I happily be like, boom.
No,
when I was 16.
No, I just like the fries.
McDonald's.
But I think it kind of like levels you, like, because you know how much you get paid an hour there. You got to get out there and never go back. Yeah. So it's just one of those things.
Work ethic,
yeah, definitely. So yeah, on paper, just be a professional singer, and then it's only this year really. I'll say last year I only released 4 singles. 4 singles, and then this is going to be my first EP. So technically, I'm just starting. But I think I sold out my show because people have seen me sing for so long, and they've seen me perform live. They just want to come and watch a good show, and that's where I've built the fan base from. And now I'm ready to get the people on board with my own stuff.
That kind of answers my questions though, because I was kind of like, I've always known you to be a singer.
That's what I'm saying.
I haven't really spoken to you like last year, but like I've always known you to be a singer.
Active,
but
basically.
I don't really know, much songs or anything.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
So I was like, okay, like...
And so people were a bit like, oh my God, like she's put out a show and then it was like sold out in 3 weeks. And I think it's because for a few years I've just been gigging. I would gig Friday, Saturday, Sunday everywhere and building a fan base. And then when you can go to a place and sing anything and let people have a good night, they will feel they want to come to your show and like help you build your own music. So that was the way I've done it, and it seems to work better because you just come in with your own music and have your own show and no fan base that's seeing you do anything. They'll be like, well, I want to go to that show, I don't know what she can do.
You're not familiar
No. So on the cruise ship, there's a few people from Wolves that I met there just going around Europe, and they're coming to the show because they saw me on the ship. So it's mad at the people you meet on them.
So you're basically saying that instead of getting people familiar to your music, they're familiar to you.
To me as a performer,
to you, they'll come along with the music anyway.
Yeah. And I think like there's some older people on the ships, obviously, and like they just love me as a performer, and they've got Spotify, and they'll stream me just like to help me and show their granddaughters and stuff. And they're the connections and dots you have to make sometimes.
So how'd you end up on the ship?
Auditioning.
So...
Yeah, that's where the money is, man.
No, I'm laughing because...
How do you end up on the ship?
How'd you end on the ship? Right?
No, because she's talking about the ship.
Walked on.
Walked on. Yes, go on.
Go on.
On the ship.
Yeah.
Decent, just walked on.
You ever drove on a ship?
You know what? I was mad shocked when you could drive onto a ship.
I
Imagine being the performer on and like you feel like you've done this all the time, and then you see people drive on, and I'm like, oh, wow, there's people driving on the ship, and they were like, never done it, always caught planes.
What was that?
So I was just mad experience.
So yeah. Tim, man.
Go behind the camera making mad noise.
I don't know what Tim's doing.
Alright, so what made you go to like cruise ships though? Like start singing on cruise ships?
I get it.
Well,
Because think about it now. If you're a singer, it's somewhere where a lot of people that you may not have been able to get to, you get to them. And it's
but
a
no,
case
but
that
it's sick. That's what I'm
it's a
saying.
good idea. And the
Yeah,
thing is,
yeah.
I don't, listening to that, I don't know really why other singers haven't thought of it.
What makes
It's
you
hard.
think of it?
It's hard
What
to
made
get
you think you're a
onto
cruise
it.
ship?
If you're just a songwriter and you've only ever done open mics and you've just done your own music, you will not be good enough to go against people that have just done covers and can perform. So because you're literally going on there, you're singing other people's stuff and you've got to own that. But you've got to you can't just sing good music, you've got to have a personality and you've got to be able to talk to the audience.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of people struggle.
Alright then. So does that get tricky then? Because like, say you're on the ship singing Michael Jackson, you've got to like embody Michael Jackson for that performance.
But you wouldn't
innit?
embody and start moonwalking.
I would if I was singing.
Like,
I'd love to see you moonwalk.
I know.
I think it'd be so funny. I think you'd stumble and fall over.
No. Rose.
And you can say, why are you heavy cross? Why are you cross?
Oh, there we go, because
No, but because he's fat and moonwalks. Yeah, alright, cool. So now I can do it. Yeah, alright, cool. Yeah, yeah.
You know what? He's a positive black role model.
No, it's not. So, no, it's not. Kind of positive still. Hard out the pairs. So yeah, does that get tricky? So you say you wouldn't moonwalk then if you're singing MJ? If you're singing
I
Prince,
tend
you
to
wouldn't-
take the mick out of myself anyway. That's what people like so much. It's just I'm not serious.
Yeah.
So if I feel the need to do like a twist and a turn in the middle of a dance break, I will. And I think that's when you get the confidence to go on there, sing your own stuff. I'll be really nervous backstage. When I'm on there, I will be fine.
Yeah,
but
well-
that's because you just perform so much. It's just
So
like, you know, when
is
you...
it tricky now to perform your own stuff and then not moonwalk? For example? You know what I mean?
No, I can happily leave out the moonwalk for
Yeah.
vibe. I definitely can do that. Definitely. But I think it's just experience. And I think as well, with being a singer, you have... that. I'm lucky to say it's my only job because people have to go work other places and get
Yeah.
money. And then, so luckily that's my money there to like help build myself.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
if like, say, 3 years' time I've been doing this as an artist properly and it's still not a big enough growth, I can go back on cruise ships and still be a professional singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've still got, I should still have a good plan B.
That's good, man. Really good.
It's about having that support in it
Yeah.
That's good.
and like going down. I'm 28 and I've got nothing else. No, I've got to go. Nothing wrong with Tesco or anything, but like just go back to a normal job and build again at an older age.
Yeah.
Is it harder, do you think, at older age?
I think so. I think it was Tolja said to me he felt that if you was like 21 and you hadn't like made it, he felt like he was too old to do music. And it's only been recently he's kind of got back into it and got rid of that mindset. And I think these days you don't have to have a certain age. I think you can just build on your own these days. But I think the older you get, the older, because obviously you have more responsibilities and marriage and kids. You know, when am I going to fit that in? That's the other thing now.
True stuff.
So
Yeah.
I've got to go for it for a good few years and then questions are like, we're going kids.
How would you say you were?
23.
I know you're not meant to ask a woman.
I'm 23.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still feel, but a lot of people have kids and I'm 25 and I'm like 2 years I might not be. If the music career goes where I want it to go, then in 2 years, and then imagine going on like a tour and then having a baby, like you'll just get dropped from everything.
Cardi did it.
That was about
Yeah,
to
but
say.
she was already massive.
Okay.
You
fair enough,
gotta be comfortable up there before
You
bringing
never
in.
know.
Yeah.
You never put a ceiling on yourself. You might do that.
Imagine.
I mean,
So you know, like I've always wondered then. So obviously, you do pop. That's been established. So you couldn't go out there and do like a JDZ Media freestyle.
I wouldn't. I could freestyle and sing. Yeah.
Like a Spitfire.
I would.
Well, would
I
ya?
would never.
I'd like
I
to
would,
see that. You
Is
know?
that
I
like
would
an
never-
option for like the pop route?
No, you wouldn't. Those YouTube channels as well don't really help pop singers. I think like I'm doing a song with a guy called Mr. Mackey, and he's like more urban. So it's all about collaborating with the people that are in those scenes for other people to see you. But then if you go into a freestyle, start spitting when you're not a rapper, they'll be like, oh, you just go down to people's ratings.
Nah, not spitting, but like to singing. Like, are those...
It's just a sing-off
those
thing.
glorified channels, the P110s, JDZ, Link Up, like, those aren't really viable options for pop singers, isn't it?
No.
So what is your...
That's what I'm
What
saying.
do you do? What does a pop singer do to...
That's the most difficult thing. I think
Yeah.
when I was saying this to someone earlier, when you're like R&B, you're up against like maybe Georgia Smith and people that's like in the top of their game.
Yeah.
But if pop singer, you're up against Ariana Grande.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like you're up against people that are international superstars, but then
Yeah.
like people like Georgia Smith maybe only known in Britain.
Yeah.
So it's like you have more chance of getting on playlists of R&B. But then if I'm up against like Anne Marie and people that are literally like Pink,
Yeah.
and then it's a lot harder to get in. So that's when you have to fuse the different styles together and help people hear that and go, oh, that's different.
Yeah,
what you
I
have
suppose
to
you
do.
kind of amassed your fan base through performing in it.
Yeah.
I suppose, is that the best route for pop?
Probably for me personally, I think if I would have released an EP and just done it off like Instagram and that, I don't think it would have got any attention because they'd be like, well, what? She hasn't really released anything.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that the show's come and then, okay, she sold out a show, it's sort of to do with like your clout, isn't it? If you've sold out something, people will rate you more, which is really sad.
It is mad. I think it's because of that. Some people would be disheartened. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I can see it because it makes sense, man, and it's good because realistically, selling out a show and being a relatively new artist, it gives you confidence.
Yeah.
And it must show other artists who may come to the show and maybe looking at what you do, make him a bit of confidence. Like, you know, I can do it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's good.
I think people, if you sold out the show, they'll feel more, oh, I want to hear what this actually is about. You got more chance of people clicking on it. It's all about just kind of knowing how to do things in it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And figuring out while you're doing it as well.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And if you get it wrong, you have got another chance, but you put so much effort into that one thing, you want to just try and get it right as much as possible.
So you got visuals dropping,
Yeah,
music video.
I shot a video for a song called Thank You. I'm editing it myself though, you know.
Straight on.
If you,
Multifaceted.
literally just like, because my brother's obviously a videographer and he's doing really well. And he's kind of, he got so busy, I felt like, I'm waiting on stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So he showed me how to do it. And I just edit a lot of the stuff myself. You get it out quicker. And then like, you're not having to pick up people, where's my stuff, where's this and that.
Is it helping you at least?
Yeah, mad.
Is it helping you? Like,
Yeah.
That's good, man. Really good.
So that I'm going to drop that, the show's on the 24th, drop the EP 25th, and then like the week after, drop a visual.
Yeah.
Just keep it consistent this year.
So you're nervous to drop your own music for the first time, pretty much, your own project?
Definitely, yeah, because I think you have like your hopes, and then
As a trick question, you meant to say, nah, fam.
no, you have your hopes, everything. I am really confident in the EP, really confident. And the thing is as well, it's actually a story. So when you listen to the EP, it's actually like I'm fully storytelling through a whole process I was going through during the making of the EP.
Yeah.
So you know, some people just kind of whack random songs together.
Yeah.
This is actually going to be
it's flow.
it's going to be a nice progression.
Yeah.
So I think
cool.
telling people that as well, oh my God, she's releasing a story, which is, it helps for blogs and stuff to pick that up because it's a bit different to everybody else.
And the EP is called The Blueprint.
Blueprint.
Yeah. The Blueprint, or just
The
Blueprint.
blueprint.
Just Blueprint.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to call Hove.
Yeah. Jay-Z.
Blueprint.
It's whole text.
Yeah. So what else is to be expected?
There will be a part 2 of Blueprint.
Okay.
Because
Blueprint 2.
Yeah, Blueprint 2. Yeah, because obviously like...
Definitely getting that. It's whole text. In capitals.
Yeah, because obviously this one's about me finding myself as an artist, so I'm hoping by part 2 comes along, I would have been like, yeah, cool, I know who I am. That's cool.
That's good.
It's just I'm hoping to be a lot more consistent this year with just being an artist and let the cruises just wait until I'm a bit older.
So you're saying Vibes on there,
Vibes on there.
Grown isn't on there.
No, Grown was Grown was just a single that I released in like February.
Is the orcs working now? Can I play ground? I feel like I prefer.
I really want to see the shoulders though.
The shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
If you see the shoulders, you'll see the belly.
We don't mind. We don't mind if we see the
Belly
belly.
roll.
Nah, I like
hard
this.
to belly
is grown
roll.
by Amy Juice. Can you stop talking about my stomach, please?
Shout out to Spock who made this one also.
Don't give me no more props.
Is she shoulders one?
I'm not doing the shoulders because,
Shoulders for the chorus.
because you requested them. I'm gonna say no.
Come on, we're doing it together. Shoulders! I knew you were gonna do that. Okay, back in dancer alert. Big song hurts my voice systems. More cookies. One spot.
Oh, your shoes are really nice. Right there.
Socks.
Yeah, I just realised.
You start clapping.
I was going to break out.
And that was Grown by Pop Sensation, ABG.
Cheers, Juice.
So do you claim Wolverhampton?
Do I claim
Do you claim the
Wolverhampton?
city? Are you from the city? Are you from Wolves?
I am from
Yeah, do you claim
from
it?
the city.
You from the ends?
I'm from the
From
ends.
the ends.
Yeah, Wolverhampton singers, people say. Oh. Well, they always go, Wolverhampton singer, Amy G.
Yeah, Wolverhampton Pop Sensation. Fam.
Pop Sensation
Tell
sounds
them,
better.
Tell them all, go on.
Pop Sensation, guys. You heard it here first.
You claim it though. Proud.
Claim it,
Proud
yeah,
of
proud.
ends.
Very proud of that one. That one actually got nominated for a Pop Award,
Yeah.
songwriting competition. I got into the semi-finals.
Yeah.
I'm actually upset that it's not on the EP though, because I like that one.
Who made that one?
It's from
Spock
me
made
and
that bit as
Spock.
well.
Nah, I think it's more the singing that's a good part though.
Yeah. Beats a bit off. I didn't want to say.
A
it, but-
bit off key,
Yeah.
you know.
Random object's going to come and fly across the
I don't really-
No, I do want to make more stuff like that. That'll pop on. That should pop on radio. That should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I like it a lot.
You weren't dancing though.
Huh?
You weren't dancing.
I saw a couple shoulder moves.
I can't really.
I think
you know
it's
what to
you
do?
now. It doesn't feel comfortable.
Like the way
in front
you
of
was moving, I can't do that.
What do you mean?
I can't. Fam,
He was
It's
just
heavy,
doing-
though. You're actually using a lot of abs that you don't even realize. I don't possess the abs to do that.
You must.
It's like if I do that, then beads of sweat.
No, it
You know what I
doesn't.
mean?
No,
No.
I'm worried.
You're
I'm
talking
worried that
yourself
even when,
down
like,
now.
You had to move your head like to that angle.
That's what I'm saying, fam. There's
It's
no
on the
flexibility
shoulders.
in here, fam. This is like moving a fridge.
Should I do yoga every morning?
You know, it's like,
Yeah, I need to go back to yoga.
did you ever
You
get
used to
like
do yoga?
basketball
Yeah.
and be able to? You ever
I've
get
said it on the podcast. Yeah, yoga.
He's
serious.
lying.
him do your hot yoga?
No, please don't watch me.
Have you been able to get like a basketball and go right round?
No, you know.
No.
Nah. I don't think I've ever tried it.
What about a hula hoop?
Huh?
Hula hoop.
I used to be really good at hula hooping, and then
I've never been good at hula hooping.
I'm good at
I
hula.
started drinking.
You're good at everything though, aren't you? Come on.
In terms of bodily control, I'm quite good.
Yeah, we can see that.